going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, look, we got the second T20 here between India and Ireland, and this game was a great game of cricket to watch. I didn't get to watch the entire thing. I watched the first innings of India bat, and then I had to get some sleep. So look, I woke up and I saw that Ireland posted 221 in return. Now, it wasn't enough to get the win, but obviously some great hitting from some of the Irishmen. Well, I just finished watching the highlights of the Irish innings, and some really nice hitting and some actually pretty poor bowling from a few Indian bowlers, which we will get to in a moment. But hey, if you guys are new, subscribe. You like cricket, subscribe. You like Yuzi Chahal, subscribe. All right, let's get into it. Player of the series. Now, look, I mean, it was only 2 games, and I don't even think he played the first game. I can't... Actually, no, he did. I can't remember if he played the first game or not. Look, my bad. But wait, in this second game, he got player of the match as well. He made 104 off 57. Some of the most crisp striking I've seen ever from him. I mean, I haven't seen him, dominate at IPL level, or I haven't seen him, go on and score a big score like this in T20 cricket ever. So it's good. This was my first time seeing Deepak Hooda really show his destruction and his absolute power to drive the ball down the ground, like over the bowler's head or anywhere just in the direction of straight. It is going that way. Yeah, he was very good. He did kind of slow off to the end. He obviously got in the nervous 90s and started then eating up some deliveries and kind of slowed it down a little bit, because he was on about like 80-something off 30, like 89 off 30-something, and then he just kind of had to chew up a few deliveries. But, hey, let's get into the game. India batting first. And, it's a different... Samson, he did not open, or he did not play. Look, I can't even remember the 11 from the last game. To be honest, it was the 12-over game. I couldn't even watch the game. I kind of forgot. So that was a warm-up. This is the real deal. Sanju Samson, 77 off 42, 9 fours and 4 sixes. So, look, I know the ground and the boundary dimensions aren't exactly, they're not playing at the MCG, where the boundaries are about 10 kilometres that way and about 50 kilometres that way. In Ireland, they actually do have quite small grounds anyway. So, and the pitch... I couldn't really tell what the pitch was doing, but 2 teams scored over 200. I mean, it looked like a pretty friendly batting deck. It just didn't give a lot. I mean, it just didn't seem like there was much in it for the bowlers, especially, really any sort of spinner that didn't really take any effect in this game. So, a run fest. Ishan Kishan, disappointing, gone for 3. But look, that's okay. Deepak Hooda, this is the man of the moment. 104 of 57. Again, 9 fours and 6 sixes. A strike rate of 182. He was really, really good. And again, just some of his striking down the ground. Like, these are my 2 favourite shots in cricket. So my favourite shot in cricket, of all time is a cover drive. It can be a cover drive for 6 or 4. It doesn't really matter, but a 4 does look a lot, more appealing to the eyes. And then my second favourite shot is just when you dispatch it straight over the bowler's head. Doesn't matter if it's a pace bowler, a spin bowler, a goddamn part-time bowler. If you just skip up the crease, or not even then, just stand there and send it straight back over their head for 6, It's one of the most sexiest shots. And I reckon Deepak Hooda, about 4 of his 6 sixes came from straight down the ground. Like, just straight over the bowler's head. So, it makes you wonder why they kept bowling so straight to him. I don't know if they didn't change up their game plan at all. The Irish bowlers, Suryakumar Yadav, unfortunately, he's just struggling to find a few runs at the moment. A duck in the last game, goes for 15 here. I mean, look, you can tell here, obviously, Sanju and Deepak Hooda, that was the most important in partnership, but around here it was just, there wasn't many deliveries left. It's as simple as that. Hardik Pandya, 13 off 9, 2 fours. DK went for a golden duck. Axar Patel went for a golden duck. Harshal Patel went for a golden duck. And thankfully, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar did not go for a golden duck. He went for not out off 1. So, hey, that's inspirational. 3 golden ducks in a row. I mean, all due respect, it was in the last over or 2 of the game. And, I mean, that's your role. When you get sent out there, just go out there and try and sneak as many runs as you can, essentially. So, all right, the Irish bowlers. I don't know how to say his last name. Adair, and that's what I'm going to say. That's more like an Irish accent. 3 for 42 off 4. Joshua Little, 2 for 38 off 4. Craig Young, 2 for 35 off 4. Gareth, look, the rest of the bowlers doesn't matter. All right, into the Irish batting lineup. They did really well. Very, very impressed with some of their batsmen. The Irish team is normally something that I keep up to date with. Like, I've always known, Paul Sterling, what's his name? Balbirnie, their skipper, or skipper in this game, Balbirnie. They've had a lot of, cult figures, in their cricket teams from the last, decade. But, I don't see why. This deck was a little bit similar to something you might see in India. Obviously there was no spin, but there wasn't much pace either. And if you get a flat deck like that in India, tell me why a man like Paul Sterling, Balbirnie, even Harry Tector, one of these guys. Paul Sterling, how old is he now? He's got to be mid-40s. he's 31. Okay, shit. So he's only 31. Wow. I'm still waiting for him to get an IPL contract. You see it says here, Sterling is an unknown player as far as IPL and could be a duck. Yeah, look, you're not signing him up for his bowling, that's for sure, but he's a very, very quality batsman, and he's been doing stuff like this his whole entire career. A 40 off 18, 5 fours, 3 sixes. He's a lot like an Aaron Finch. Maybe like a Walmart Aaron Finch, just a level below, or a few levels below, but that's who he reminds me of his striking ability. Isn't someone who just wants to run hard singles back and forth. I'm just here to stand, deliver, and put the ball over the rope. I could definitely see him having effect in the IPL, absolutely. And this guy as well, Andrew Balbirnie, or Balbyron, or something like that. Skippered this game, 60 off 37, 3 fours, 7 sixes. Some brutal hitting. Gareth Delaney run out for a duck. Harry Tector was very good in the last game. Was pretty good in this game. Hit 5 fours for 39 runs. They just couldn't keep a partnership together. Because I tell you what, Paul Sterling, Balbirnie, Tector, Dockrell, if any of these guys, Balbirnie and Tector could have put together a partnership, or, if Sterling could have stayed out there for a little longer, they were every chance to win this game. So, probably a little bit disappointing from the Irish in the end. There was a big chance to steal a win here. Walk and Tucker gone for 5. Dockrell and Mark Adair gave it everything they had towards the end. 34 off 36, 3 fours, 3 sixes. That was some impressive hitting. And then a 23 from this man. So, hey, look, a very, very close game. And that's all you can ask for in a T20 game like this between, respectfully, a top 3 cricket nation in the world versus how do I put this respectfully? A nation that, isn't competing for any sort of World Cup title. That's the nicest way I can put it. They're competing to make the World Cup, let alone try and win it. So, you guys get what I'm saying here. All right, into the Indian bowlers. There was a few pathetic overs in here. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, 1 for 46 off 4. His first over was just rubbish. He got put for about 19, I think it was, off the first over by the big fella Paul Sterling. He just didn't seem to have any sort of idea on how to bowl on this, sort of flat deck, which, Bhuvi Kumar is someone who, needs a bit of pace, needs a bit of nip in the deck, a bit of swing. So when it's a pretty flat deck like it was, why did they even play him? Like, I know you want to get him ready for the World Cup, but there's a guy on the bench called Arshdeep Singh. Like, is he not? This would have been the most perfect pitch for him to play on. Just a slow pitch. It would have been perfect for him. He would have bowled his, he would have just gone out there. The Irish batsman would have never really seen someone like Arshdeep Singh before. He would have gone out there, just bowled a couple of stock deliveries early, and then he would have thrown out, a couple of slower ball Yorkers or something like that. I'm telling you what, he wouldn't have gone for 46 off 4. That's all I'm going to say. Hardik Pandya, yeah, he didn't bowl too well either. I mean, none for 18 off 2 isn't that bad, but he just kept bowling so short. We'll move on. Harshal Patel, again, he's someone who did not bowl very well either. They just did not seem to understand how to bowl this pace attack of India. Literally no one had a good day out except for Axar Patel and I guess Hardik Pandya, and he went for 18 runs off 2. So it shows you it was a really rough day for the bowlers for both teams. Bishnoi, 1 for 41 off 4. Malik, good to see him out there. Didn't play in the last game. Did he? I don't think he did. I can't remember. My memory is so bad. 1 for 42 off 4. And the man Axar, none for 12 off 2. He actually bowled pretty well. It was a good deck. Not for spinners, but for people like Axar Patel who just put the ball in the exact same spot every single delivery. Like a Stephen O'Keefe. Like, that is who I always think of when I see Axar Patel bowl. They just consistently bowl the same line and length every goddamn delivery. And you can't do anything about it on a slow pitch. Because if the ball's not coming down to you very quick and it's just going to fall into the pitch and stop, there's not much you can do about it. So, yeah, I would have liked to see the man Arshdeep Singh play. Even I would have rather played Yuzi Chahal as well. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand what the selectors are doing sometimes, with all due respect. Okay, we just exit out of that, I guess. But hey, that's a good win there for India. A good game of cricket. Obviously, it's always good experience to get into some of these other guys for India. And of course, the big thing we're all waiting for in the cricket world right now is this 5th test between England and India. Obviously, India are up 2-1, so obviously they're going for the win, or the draw. But yeah, I'm excited for this test match. It starts at the 1st of July. The date is currently the 29th. So in 2 days, this test match will start. I'm excited. What's going on with Rohit Sharma? I hope he's able to play. It doesn't sound promising at all, though. So I think Agarwal will probably open. Or maybe they'll put him down at 5, and maybe they'll open with Vihari. Oh, yeah. Look, they could do anything. Shubman Gill could play. They could play Shrikar Bharat if they wanted. Like, I'm very intrigued to see what they're going to do to replace Rohit Sharma. It could just be the easy switch, and they might just go, Agarwal, get in there, or Shubman, get in there. I'd love to see them, play someone like Vihari as an opener, or even at 3. Imagine if they just said to Virat, guess what, you're opening today. I don't know. Hey, I won't get too much more sidetracked. There we go. Great game of cricket. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the game. I'll see everyone in the next one.